Hey everyone, it's Jessica Edwards in Wilmington, North Carolina. So I want to talk about systems. And what I mean by systems is, it comes up a lot with how we do things and how we run our real estate business and the amount of business we're doing. If we didn't have certain systems in place, it would be chaotic and there would be no way to keep track of everything and make sure you're doing this or that for a property and keeping in touch with everyone. So it's really important to us that we have systems in place. And I think that is a good question for sellers. I've never really talked about that or really thought about that before from a seller perspective or a buyer perspective. If you are interviewing agents, if you're buying a property or you're selling your property, asking about systems, and it's such a basic question, I guess, but you would just something that I don't think you would ever think to ask, like, what systems do you have in place? So what systems do you have in place to provide feedback after somebody shows a property? What systems do you have in place to provide me with market updates of things that are going on around my property? What systems do you have in place to track phone calls that are coming from the marketing and the advertising on my property? What systems do you have in place so that I make sure that I'm notified as soon as a market hits the property and not 2 or 3 days later after the general public already knows about it as well? What systems do you have in place to make sure your buyers are kept up to date on the market and as it changes in inventory levels? Those systems can be sort of a make it or break it situation for a buyer or a seller. I've heard of buyers before, which is crazy to me that all agents wouldn't be setting buyers up on, personalized searches in the MLS, but we still hear a lot of people not being set up on those searches and working with someone previously. So asking a question about systems is really important. And I think if you're an agent thinking about the systems you have in place for your buyers, your sellers, and your prospective clients is really, really important. If you don't have systems, I don't know how you could survive really in real estate. But, something simple, I talked yesterday about technology and how we did this whole Exchange server update within my company, and there were a lot of people not on an Exchange server, and most of you probably know what that is, but basically it syncs all your devices. So if you delete an email one place, it's going to delete it in all places. And I was shocked to learn how many people have not been on some type of Exchange server, and I just don't know how you could keep up with that. If you were checking your email on your phone and sending and deleting and doing whatever from an iPhone, and then you go to your computer and it doesn't show any of that, I can't even fathom how you could keep up with all that. So I think systems are really important on every end of the spectrum in real estate, buyers, sellers, and agents. So anyways, these are my thoughts. If you have any questions or comments or you disagree, please feel free to email me at jessicaedwards@seacoastrealty.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day. And of course, you can always check us out at thecarolinas.finest.com.